We arrested Mr. Mathews, and he has been charged with injury to a child, which is a first-degree felony, punishable by 5 to 99 years.
What did he say when he came in?
Well, that it is an ongoing investigation. I can't go into the exact details of what he provided to us, but the information that he provided to us was contrary to what he had previously given us regarding the missing, regarding Sherin. And based upon that, we felt the most appropriate charge would be an injury to a child.
So the story about him taking her out at 3 o'clock in the morning and punishing her for not having her milk, is he sticking by that, or it's different from that story that we've heard?
Well, again, unfortunately, I can't go into some of the details that he gave us because we are still actively working this case, and it's a very dynamic case, one that you might see additional arrests or even modification of charges as we progress. And so based upon that, I can't go into the exact details of what he told us, but what I can tell you is that it was contrary to what we were initially told when she was first reported missing. And based upon that, what he had told us, the most appropriate charge in this case was injury to a child. And so we have arrested him and charged him with that. His bond has been set at $1 million.
So there could be other arrests made or other additional charges filed against him or another person?
Yes, there could be additional charges filed against another person, or there may be a modification to the charges that he currently has. It really depends upon how this investigation continues to unfold. Again, it's very dynamic. We've got a lot of people working on it. There are a lot of things that are developing, and so it's changing very rapidly, and as it progresses, you're going to see some of this stuff taking place.
Did he just decide to come in today, or was he called here today? How did it end up that he was here talking to you again today?
It was a voluntary decision on the part of Mr. Mathews and his attorney to come on in and speak with us regarding this.
Do you have a positive identification on the body at this time that it is Sherin Mathews?
Right now, we don't have a positive identification that it is Sherin Mathews' body that we recovered. We are still waiting from the ME's office to hear that. We're likely to probably get a report tomorrow. Once we get a positive report from them, then we will make that announcement.
Can you tell us the condition of the body when it was found?
I really don't want to go into the condition of the body. It wouldn't be appropriate.
And
yes, he voluntarily came in with his attorney and spoke with us this afternoon.
Have you spoken with Cindy Mathews or her attorney since this happened?
Miss Mathews' involvement has been trying to identify the clothing and the person that we found the other day, and it's been to that level only.
So she is cooperating in trying to identify this body?
She is cooperating in regards to trying to identify the body, yes.
But not in any other way?
She is not cooperating as far as answering any other questions or providing any other guidance or anything like that to us as far as what may have happened or what may have taken place.
Can you explain the charge injury to a child? Because I feel like sometimes there have been murder cases where that is the charge that was levied.
Well, in this particular case, like I say, injury to a child is a first-degree felony. And with what he provided us, it meets some of the descriptions that are required for that charge. And, I'm sorry, but I just can't go into details as far as what he told us that led to that charge.
But it's just as serious in some ways as a first-degree felony as a murder charge might be?
Right. I mean, you're looking at a first-degree felony, so it really doesn't matter what you really call it. It's a first-degree felony, and the penalty is the same, and that's what's probably the most important.
Does his new story that he provided today match some of the evidence that you guys have obtained throughout this investigation? Does it make more sense to investigators?
As he's told us some of the information, it's kind of coming together with the rest of our investigation, but like I say, we've been gathering a lot of information across these last 2 weeks, kind of putting this case together piece by piece. And so he's come to us, it's making sense to us, but I can't go into the exact details of what he's provided and what we have.
Did you get any indication about why today, why now?
One can only speculate on that, but that wasn't a question that we had for him. We're just happy that he was able to come in and provide this information to us.
Did he seem quite cooperative in answering your questions?
Yeah, it was a voluntary thing where he'd come in and agreed to speak with us, and so, yes, it was very much voluntary on his part. Now, whether or not we've got the whole truth, that remains to be seen, but the investigation is still moving forward. And you're likely to see some, like I say, some additional action on this case.
How soon?
That I can't tell you. Like I say, on any investigation, you never know when you're going to get certain pieces of evidence or the proof that you need to file a charge. And once we get that, we will make any additional arrests or charges against anybody else as appropriate.
Where is he right now?
He is currently in our city jail. He has not been booked in yet, so I do not have any mug shots or anything like that for you. But his bond has been set at $1 million.
Will he be moved to Dallas?
There's a possibility that he could be transferred to Dallas, but I don't know when that might take place.
And then what is next for investigators? I would imagine that this requires them to kind of not start over in some ways, but take some different avenues.
Right. The investigators will continue with the work that they've already been working on for the last 2 weeks, just shoring up a lot of things, filling in some gaps, and probably talking to a few more people and, making a solid case.
You guys must feel pretty good and confident right now in the investigation after this development.
Well, we know that there's no threat or anything like that out there to the community from any type of predator or anything like that. And so in that regard, that's good. Unfortunately, it's a very terrible outcome that we have on this case.
You said he came in around lunchtime?
Yes.
Did they call? Were you expecting it, or was it a surprise to see him here? Yeah,
it was something that obviously we had called and made an arrangement with them. And so it was not totally out of the blue where we were not expecting it.
Wait, to talk about that arrangement and that phone call.
It was just a phone call to us asking if they could come in and speak with us, and we were more than willing to want to talk to them.
Can you talk about the toll this has taken on the department? I could tell yesterday you were emotionally affected.
Well, it's very, I guess it's one of the worst type cases that you want to work on is when you've got small innocent children that you can really relate to. And so it's hard on everybody that does these types of cases. And, we want to give, comfort to the people out there knowing that they don't have to worry about something, like a predator or something like that out there looking for their children. And it's very worrisome, and you want to bring a conclusion to this as quickly as you possibly can.
Can you explain what it means that you're charging him with first-degree felony injury to a child? What does it take to meet that burden? Because obviously, I'm assuming it's not any injury to a child. It's quite a serious.
Yeah, and I don't want to get into all the details of it. That you can kind of look up and see exactly all the elements to the offense. But we didn't do this alone. We had the district attorney's office here with us as well, and so they were working with us and aware of what was going on. And based upon what we had, we felt that was the best decision to make today. I'm not really sure how long he's going to be here, but he is in our custody, and he hasn't been booked in just yet.
Thank you very much. Which one's ours?
So that was hours of talking to him.
Can you give me your name again?
That's Kevin Perlich, and that's spelled P like in Paul, E-R-L-I-C-H.
Hey, Perlich, is there any way we can set up where maybe we can see